Our first entity, and then here in the Midwest with our second entity, we have troughs number 1 and 2 that have been impacting us here. And number 2 is going to be the big player as we head over the next couple of days, including today, where we have that threat for some thunderstorms from the Midwest all the way back into the plains, as a matter of fact. And everything's going to be shifting east into tomorrow with that possibility of flooding. So here we have trough number 1. Notice also the dry air that we have on the west side. This is Ernesto. There's Bermuda. Look at all the dry air on that west side of Ernesto, not helping it. And also with that big dip here, you know, how it's interacting with that jet stream, also giving it a little bit of trouble there. And we are also seeing this is system number 2 causing all the storms, and that will help keep Ernesto offshore. Interesting note about this jet stream, depending on where it is situated in relation to Ernesto, it can help or hurt it. And so keep that in mind. But let's focus in on number 2, because that's where we are seeing the storms right now from Indiana, Michigan, back towards Missouri, where we have flash flood warnings from storms that have passed through. And remember the video we were just showing you, you're going to get those heavier downpours, you get some localized flash flooding, and then that's going to move on through. So showers and thunderstorms, they'll be robust, not only this morning, but as we head into the afternoon hours as well. And that daytime heating, of course, will help us out. Detroit, cloud cover for you, some rain pushing through. And you're thinking, okay, we're done. No, we still have to wait for that upper level energy here to rotate through. That's going to continue to keep us unsettled, and then of course the surface boundaries too as well, and then it's all eventually going to be making its way east. How about Nashville? Starting off the day, we're dry, but as we go through the afternoon, when the kids are coming home from school, I believe Nashville's back in school, we will see those showers and thunderstorms pop up. The same as we head around kind of that snack hour, though I know kids ask for snacks like every hour on the hour. I mean, when I was a kid, I was a latchkey kid, so I didn't have to ask. I could just didn't have to. Oh, they went back on the 6th in Nashville. Pittsburgh, you're seeing on and off showers. You will see the cloud cover today. Some of those heavier downpours as we head around dinner time. Though sometimes on Friday, dinner's a little bit later, right? You kind of push it a little bit, push that bedtime back a bit. And into Springfield, Missouri here, I-44. We are going to be dry to start the day, but look at this afternoon. This is the kind of thing, Reynolds, where you're driving along 44, you can see the darker clouds ahead of you, and all of a sudden it's like whoosh, and then you pop out of it and you're good to go.
It does happen, but
this is a drop your bagel moment, as I say sometimes. Is this not? Yes.
Wow.
This is live.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning here on the Florida coast, just north of St. Augustine at Villano Beach, and the coast is going to see some bigger waves here from Ernesto, of course, and rip currents as well. But you could just stay out of the water, sit on the beach, and look at this beautiful, beautiful sun that we're seeing coming up here. All right, let's talk about the impacts from Ernesto. It's not just Florida. We are going to see those rip currents all along the East Coast. This big baddie of a storm is headed towards Bermuda and just pushing out swells here along the East Coast. And it's not just that. We also are going to have king tides. We have a full moon on August 19th. So, you know, those days leading up to it, it's a pretty full moon, but technically full on August 19th. And what that does is it gives you higher than normal tides, and that's regardless of a storm. So even if there was no storm out here, we would still have those higher tides because of the moon, but we're now combining the king tide with Ernesto's waves, and that just obviously exacerbates the situation here along the East Coast. Now, it could be a low that's close to the coast. It could be that's away from the coast. Again, it doesn't even matter. Even without all of that, we would still have those higher tides. So wave heights, they are kicking off. This is this morning along the East Coast, and we are going to see those rip currents that will be on the high side, even where it's moderate and even where it's low here on the west coast of Florida, which is not directly impacted by, you know, these waves coming from Ernesto. You got to be careful around those jetties and piers because you can still get the rip currents to develop. So here are the coastal impacts. Friday, we're peaking out in the southeast with our waves 7 to 10 feet. And remember, there could be a little erosion with this and just some really rough surf. As we go through the weekend and Ernesto moves north, the waves are going to move north with that as well. We'll clear out here into the southeast, and things will get worse and go downhill from the mid-Atlantic into New England. So our rip currents today, we do have some that are high there along Long Island, but that will change as we go into our Sunday, as we have a high risk of rip currents with those waves 7 to 10 feet. And notice they start coming up, and you'll feel the impacts of it today, but it will get worse as we head into the weekend, especially on Sunday. That's when we will feel the worst conditions, even into Monday. And usually there's a little lag with the waves going away. The storm goes away, and the water just kind of lags a bit with that energy. Watch for those red flags. We've got them, I'm sure, posted up and down the coast. Reynolds, stay out of the water if you see anything red.
Absolutely. Stephanie, we